Hey, go and get it down. Go and get it down right about now. Hey, oh, hey.
What is up, shakers and groovers? Shit Show Disco here. Now today I am in the studio for the music that made you with the one, the only, DAMO COX. How are you, my dude?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, mate, fantastic. Thank you very much for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
Mate, pleasure. Season 3, got to get you involved, mate. There's been a lot popping during isolation.
There's been a lot in the works.
There's been a lot, heaps in the work. That's good, man. So what's been happening?
There's lots of music, man.
Yeah.
Well, just sort of buckled down and locked myself away in the studio, and been working a bit with Sarah on a bunch of stuff, and just uni, like doing my audio engineering degree. So
Yeah, nice.
keeping really busy.
Really giving it a good nudge.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, nice. Now, could you just let the people know at home, we've probably known each other for, I think, 5 years nearly. What you've been doing, for how long you've been doing it for?
So I started DJing back in 2015.
Yeah.
That all kicked off with Your Shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did that with one of my best mates, Mitch Kuhn, who is the reason why I actually have sort of kind of music as the record label, because we were a DJ duo called Sort of Kinda.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's a funny little story about how the name for that originated.
Yeah.
But yeah, so pretty much been kicking around the coast and Brizzy, and since then playing gigs all over the shop. Done Splendor with yourself last year.
Yeah. Bondstock.
Yeah, Bondstock. Yeah, that was another big one. Did the trip up to Cairns as well.
Yeah.
Played up there
Yeah,
last year
nice.
as well. So, but yeah, like obviously post-COVID, I'd like to do a whole lot more of that.
Yeah. Very much so.
Yeah.
Agreed, my dude. Now, so you've been playing for what, probably 5 years?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And has music always been like quite a heavy interest, or?
It's always been something that's been there with everything that I've done. So like, if I think back to like when I was playing football, it was always like headphones in before I'd go out on the ground.
Yeah.
Or like before I'd go ride a comp, wakeboarding. It's just,
Yeah.
it's always been a massive sort of influence at the time, and different styles, different genres,
Yeah.
a bit of everything.
Yeah,
over the
nice,
years,
man.
So, yeah.
So, how old do you reckon you would have been when you had your first kind of gig? 2015.
So 2015, I was like 27 or 28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice late bloomer.
Definitely started late
Yeah.
in the piece, but I think that's kind of worked well for me too. Just
Yeah.
to sort of got the real party stage out of my way when I was wakeboarding and
Yeah. All the late
traveling
nights
around.
and the drinking and yeah. So obviously you play under your own name,
Yep.
DAMO COX. Was there a reason you kind of went with?
Not really. Like I was trying to think of something really cool.
Yeah.
But I'm terrible at words.
Yeah. Terrible at words.
Yeah. And then I was talking to a few people that I knew that were already like DJing in the industry and whatnot, and a few of them were just like, name a DJ, and the few that I rattled off were all their like actual names.
Yeah.
So they were like, well, why don't you do the same?
Yeah.
Like people remember a name.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
So
Yeah,
that
nice.
was kind of the reason I stuck with it.
Yeah, that's easy, my dude. Now, at the moment, what do you reckon your genre is?
Definitely more sort of like towards the tech sort of genre.
Yeah.
But yeah, like anything sort of around that house sort of feel. Like I've got a few tracks that I've got like in the works that are like just slightly different offshoots to what would normally be what I'd focus on. But
Okay.
yeah, it's just whatever I'm feeling at the
Yeah,
time.
no, that's nice, man. That's nice. Now, like you said, music's been around for you for a long time. Like you said, hyping up for wakeboard comps or, football. Can you remember kind of the first time you heard music growing up?
Oh, it would have been super young. Like, my parents used to have records playing all the time.
Yeah.
Like I remember like David Bowie being played in Pink Floyd and like the vinyls and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like
All the good stuff.
yeah, as a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't give you an exact age though.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a tough one.
Yeah.
But all those sort of like all that older stuff that was on vinyl.
Yeah, it was just pushed towards you.
Yeah, it was just always around. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Now, what about, obviously, like you said, you'd listen to it in all different times of your life. Growing up, what would you listen to?
when I was younger, so like when I was in like high school and that,
Yeah.
I was sort of like, it was a bit weird because I was that kid that listened to like punk rock, but then I also listened to like hip hop and R&B and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was a bit confused about what I actually was meant to be listening to.
I'm still confused.
Yeah, so like it was like Pennywise and Silverchair and that sort of thing, and then like Tupac and all that on the other side. So it was a bit how you going when you looked at my playlist.
Oh mate.
But and then like it sort of got, as I sort of graduated high school, I sort of got into that like electro house vibe, like that 2000s electro house vibes.
Yeah.
Which I guess always sort of resonated with me because it's now sort of where I've ended up, like in that housey
like the tonight only ones and the session set and all that. Yeah,
that's exactly it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like in old school presets, like back like when they were doing like Are You the One and that sort of
My
stuff.
People and all those.
Yeah, like even predating My People.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. Eh?
Yeah.
Far out. Yeah, you forget, man. Time just goes way too quickly.
Yeah.
So like you said, during isolation, you've kind of been knuckling down. Just mainly working on your production and.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been doing some like mix downs and stuff for other people as well.
That's exciting.
Just sort of like helping out with that, and I'm working on the whole mastering side of things. Like that's still a module that I've got to I've covered it at uni, but obviously it's an art form. Like it takes a lot of practice. So like here and there, I've just been, if somebody's got a track and they've sent it to me, I've just sort of been like playing around with it. They might use it. They might send it off to get mastered properly. Yeah. But at least then I've got a comparison to work with.
Yeah, it's all practice.
Yeah. So like that's been a big part of what I've been up to.
Yeah.
Other than that, just working on tunes.
Yeah, that's sick, man. Obviously, when isolation first happened, you were rocking Club Cactus.
Yeah.
Getting the streams happening.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
I was loving it. It was more so just to fill the time of like when I had gigs, because like we all went from. Some of us like went from like 5-6 gigs a weekend. Like I know yourself would have been the same as me, and then just like nothing.
Yeah.
So
just loneliness.
Really, it was like I just want to play music again. Yeah. So like I guess everyone sort of jumped on the stream chain, and I was just trying to have some fun and do something a bit weird as well, like at the same time. So
you ended up having a cool setup there, man. Like it's and I know, and everyone kind of knows it's not as easy as just getting that camera and just being like, sweet.
Yeah, it's like, the whole, like, the back end side of it. You're, like, getting everything perfect to sit right. And you're like, oh.
Yeah. And then you still got a DJ.
Yeah.
Now, can you remember what the first kind of record or cassette that was bought for you or you bought?
I can remember the first CD.
Yeah.
Can't remember the first cassette.
Yeah.
But the first CDs that I ever got was John Bon Jovi Crossroads.
Oh, nice.
Because it had Blaze of Glory on it.
Yeah.
Which was in Young Guns.
Yeah.
Which was like my favourite movie as
That's
a little
the
kid.
baseball one, hey?
No, it's the cowboy one.
That's right. That's right. With Charlie Sheen and...
Emilio Estevez.
Emilio Estevez, that's right.
So I got that one.
Hold on. That's I know the movie probably wouldn't roll now, in the time. No. But I think I think Disney might have done it. So if you have Disney Plus, it should be on there.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So check it out. It's like Charlie Sheen and the coach of the Mighty Ducks in their prime. Sorry. Continue.
And that's showing our age.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. And then I also got, at the same time, I got Smash Hits 96.
Nice.
Because it had President of the United States
peaches whatever. But
the millions of peaches.
Oh mate. Well, that's good. You've because some people don't remember that. I think mine was...
I think I've still got the album.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, mine was something ridiculous. Like, I had some swimming carnival after school or something, and I think I came in, like, the top 4 of, like, the 17th division.
Yeah.
So, for some reason, my dad still, like, bought me, like, this CD, and it was Mambo No. 5, the single. And it had, like, the original, the extended, then just the instrumental, and then just the vocal.
Yeah.
To anyone that was just playing that vocal at home. Because, like...
Well, you just got a free acapella.
Yeah. But yeah, that's true. Oh man. So obviously you've played, a lot of different shows all over the shop. Do you have any shows that really resonate with you, with ones that you just like loved?
Yeah. Well, playing wise, like you couldn't beat Splendor. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that was. Well, yeah, I actually like took over from you that day. It was like we did the changeover, and they had to like move the thing from one to the other. I started halfway through before your last song finished. Went up and pressed play, and old mates looked. Oh no,
too hyped.
But yeah, no, that was that playing Splendor was like by far one of the best experiences.
Yeah.
Like just the crowd, like just cramming in that tent.
Yeah,
was just
everyone getting way too hyped.
Yeah, such a good feeling. But yeah, other than that, like the crowd that we had when I did your shot, because me and Mitch played right before the finals on the Sunday.
Perfect.
In the courtyard. Yeah. So everyone had moved into the courtyard by this time. So it was the same thing. It was just like this massive crowd. Everyone was pumped. Everyone had a few drinks and they were just ready to go. So
in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
That's sick, man. So you played at heaps of different places, you know, your Splendors, Bondstock, your shot, all that stuff, plus your normal gigs, which, you know, are very weekly and all over the place. Have you seen, you know, you've seen been to a lot of shows. Are there anyone that you've seen that you've kind of gone like far out, like?
There's a couple that come straight away to mind. Yeah. And it was Fatboy Slim at, I think, Good Vibes.
When it
in
rained?
2011, it was in knee-deep water. At Parklands. Yeah. That's one that's just stuck in my head for sure.
The only reason I know about that is I wasn't there, but my housemate Mitch, he like recalls like as the rain fell and he was just like on one, just like, oh, I have to praise you, and just like pouring down rain on him. I think we found him like 3 days later at the Spit or something.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I just remember that, especially like, when he was playing, what the fuck?
Praise you.
Yeah. And it's just like, he's like, I had the screen and it's just like going black and white words. And it's just like, oh my God, this is amazing. And it's knee deep water, basically swimming at a festival.
Oh, hard.
But and then Justice at, I think it was Summerfield Days in 2011, I think it was. Yeah. That was pretty epic.
Just the big circle. I remember it starting like that with a big circle, and then it just like slowly got big. I think they were on after Nerd. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
And I so that was when I'd first done my first knee. Yeah. Wakeboarding, and it was like 3 days after that. So I was on crutches with this massive knee.
I think I pushed you over, man. I think I saw you.
Probably did. Or you might have been the guy that kept like pouring drinks down my throat every time I walked past.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everyone kept saying I looked thirsty. I think it was just because I was sweating because I was like trying to get around all day. But like I think I just got to the point with that day, and it was like so exhausted, and I just like parked myself up on my crutches and just watched that, and I was just like, this is epic. Like, because I guess that era of sound, like that Justice sound, was that sort of like the dance and We Are Your Friends, like that. They were just tracks that always stuck with me.
Yeah, they're great tunes. I think that was the Summerfield Days that Get Shaky by Ian Carey came out. And I remember walking in with a few of my friends because Summerfield Days was on the 3rd of January. That's my birthday. So it was always like a big day. And I remember walking in and to Ian Carey, and it's just like, baby, when it drips. And I just remember being like, where am I? And I remember trying to run to the stage, and my mates grabbed me and they're like, dude, it's the #1 song everywhere. You're going to hear it more than once today. Like,
just walk into one of the other tents, you'll hear it.
Like you're going to hear it. And that was just, I was probably 19 or something. That was just so far before I like had a head around anything to do with the industry or what music was, or just such a wild time. I miss Summerfield Days.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I miss festivals.
Dude. This year when all the reminders were coming up for Splendor from us being there last year, I was just like, far out.
Yeah, that kind of like, that was the point where it really hit with COVID. Like when those sort of memories started coming up, and I'm like, we're at like the 7-month mark of the year, and we're at home.
Still here, just kicking along. Now, obviously you have lots of songs you play, but listening to songs is a lot different to kind of playing them. Are there any songs that you kind of, you hear that really get you in those feels?
Yeah, there's a couple that come to mind for like a couple different reasons.
Yeah.
Pennywise Broham.
Okay.
Off the Full Circle album that they had. That's one. And then Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here,
Yeah.
is another that they both like. Yeah, they
Just
just
hit
get
you.
me.
Yeah, they just hit you. They just get you. Yeah, it's funny music like that, you know, different memories or
Yeah, for sure.
different feelings over different songs. You're just like,
Yeah, it's just like that comes on in that moment, and you're just like, oh, that's something now that's stuck with me. It's
yeah.
kind of pinpointed that moment every time.
Yeah. Nah, it's yeah, mate, music's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Now, are there any tracks you're really vibing at the moment?
Oh man,
Obviously,
so
other
many.
than your personal releases on Hot Sunday.
Yeah.
Didn't think I was going to leave that out, did you? Eh? No, so let's talk about what you're listening to at the moment, then we'll get to that.
Yeah. Oh man, there's so much good music coming out at the moment. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like on the way here, like I've just got my like house music heaters playlist that I've got
Yeah.
set up. Like I just like keep dumping all my favorites in there. So like the 100th release that like Box of Cats just did.
Yeah.
The Pavement Express. Got to Get Away.
Yeah.
That's definitely one that I've been loving.
Yeah. Shout out Wongo.
Yeah. Needs No Sleep, Rain.
Yeah. Needs No Sleep's kind of popped from nowhere last year, hey?
Man, he's killing it, and like tunes are on point.
Yeah.
Like every time, just solid as. It's
Yeah.
sick.
Just the remix he did, or the refix, or whatever that one last year of that. And the verse I keep on singing, say ooh, baby, ooh, and then it just turns into like,
yeah.
yeah, nah, fire.
It took me a moment to.
Yeah. Sorry about the key, the pitch, and the exact.
And yeah, like the tours. Well, not his newest one because he's on fire and he's dropping one like every 5 seconds at the moment. He's but the indoor that he did on Bunny Tiger is one that sort of been getting a good play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That new Brazilian type of track too is pretty fire too.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, yeah, I got that other day.
Yeah, it's got some go in it.
Yeah.
Now, back to your music.
Back to me.
Obviously, you have your labels, sort of, kinda.
Yep.
Do you want to let people know what the go with that is first? And
Yeah, so what was it? Basically a year ago now. Sarah came to me with her track.
Sarah Wilkinson, season 1, episode
Sarah
7.
Wilkinson, sorry, yeah. She came to me with her track Back and Forth.
Yep.
And I'd sort of like had the ball sort of started to roll with the setting up the label. So I'd started a lot of the back end stuff, but I'm not really crash hot with the business side of things.
Yeah.
Whereas she does have a bit of a business background.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we came to like a bit of a deal with like, she'd come on board with me on the label and
Yeah.
would put out Back and Forth and just get that out there.
Yeah.
And then it all sort of started steamrolling from there. So
nice.
it gave us a place for us to release our own music as well as sort of look for local talent that's killing it because there really is so much of it getting around and not enough of it's getting showcased.
Yeah.
So.
Talking about local talent, you've signed a few people. Heiser, Just Jacks.
Heiser, Just Jacks, and Scrooks from up in Brisbane.
Yeah.
We've had releases from all of them. We've got another release of mine coming out in November.
Yeah.
I think Sarah's, she's got a track coming back from mastering soon.
Lovely.
So that'll probably be end of November maybe, or November, December.
Yeah. Yeah. A month away.
Losing track of
which
words.
is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Wow.
So you're enjoying that kind of side of it?
Yeah, man. I'm really enjoying that. Like long term for me, like I want to have something that I can continue on with afterwards and still be in the industry.
Yes.
Like whether it's not performing, still like have the label and set up a studio so that I can do recordings and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm like doing the degree, so I'm able to have that whole sort of other
Backing
side.
and
But still be involved with a lot of like cool people.
Yeah, definitely. Now, just for people at home, do you have an inbox? Do you have an email? Like, how if people want to send you demos? Or
Yeah, so all the demos for the label can go through our website.
Yeah.
So if they jump onto sortofkindamusic.com,
Yeah.
and then I think it's through the contacts page.
Yeah.
I think it was last time I checked.
Yeah.
It's all in there, so it's pretty easy. Like just a form, then you attach the
Laughing.
link and whatnot. And happy days.
I'll put the website and all that on there information on the channel, and they can. If you can't find it, then well, you know, you don't deserve to be signed. Sorry to be that cutthroat. Now, stepping away from your guys' label, you've had some pretty big tings happen in the last kind of not a few weeks. It's been in the process, obviously working hard, but getting a track signed to our Hot Sunday. That's exciting.
Yeah, that was huge, man. It was like massive box ticked off like goals that I'd set for myself. And didn't really expect it to happen so soon either. Like,
Yeah, rad.
But yeah, I guess like I've been lucky enough to have myself in the position to get feedback from some really like good and influential people that has helped me massively. And so yeah, like I literally sent this track to Christian for a bit of feedback and just to see if he could help me like kind of finish the idea of what I was doing.
Fill it out, and
But he pretty much just said like tweak the kick a little bit and
it's finished.
Yeah, fix up this one little other bit and yeah, it's good. And he's like, send it back, and then I did, and before I knew it, it was getting released, and I was like, oh my god,
yeah, that's rad.
yeah.
Man.
So yeah, it kind of, I guess it just happened like, well, just fell into place. Without even. Yeah.
But in saying that, guys, through hard work as well.
Yeah.
Not just
hours and hours and hours and hours in the studio.
Yeah. Like, when he says it fell into place, he means the track was in the right place at the right time to be heard by the right person.
Who loved it. And wanted to get it out there.
It's not like he made it in a day and then it fell into the lap of the inbox.
Well, the core of the track actually did come together in a night.
And that is why you don't have to spend too much time making music.
Yeah, I had literally, like, I'd put so much time and effort into a couple of other tracks.
Yeah.
And they, like, nearly did my head in because I couldn't get them right. I wasn't, like, they just weren't working. And then I basically pushed them aside and I kept the drum track from one of them.
Yeah.
And just started, like, playing around. And yeah, the core of that actual track came together within a night, and it was just sort of like finishing touches for like a little bit after.
Well, there you go, guys. If you wanted to fall into your lap, it doesn't take much effort at all to be signed. So, to those out there that kind of don't know the process behind it all, other than just that it fell into your lap, how'd that go for you? You know?
Well, yeah, no. Generally, the workflow's a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Like I generally find like when I'm starting with a track, I'll find something that I'm sort of vibing with, like somebody else's track.
Yeah.
And I
a reference track.
That would be the one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll sort of work the like drum structure out off theirs.
Yeah.
Just to sort of like take a bit of the thinking out of the structure side of things. Yeah. And then once I've got that sort of basic drum structure, then it's all go from there.
Yeah.
And it's sort of writing bass lines and throwing synths at it and see what else weird things I can fit in there.
Yeah, 100%, dude. No, that's sick, man. Like it's like I said, congratulations, bro. Mad, tick off the box. Like especially for you to get that accomplished, you know, in this lockdown period, it gives you so much energy for
Yeah, it's definitely sort of kept me mentally sort of alive, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if I didn't have that, it would have been a much harder time, I reckon.
Oh, definitely, man. It gives you a nice silver lining.
Yeah.
And like you said, if you keep, you know, releasing, next thing you're getting booked on merit, not on all the other nonsense that comes with it. But yeah, congratulations, my dude. Fantastic.
Thanks,
now, I actually forgot to go through with you, but we play this game, okay? And it's called Silly Sausage.
Yeah.
Do you know the game Bop It?
Yeah.
Like, bop it, twist it, turn it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is the Silly Sausage version.
Oh, God.
And everyone does it on the show, and we have a competition to see who gets the highest score. Now, I forgot to kind of show you what to do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you now, live, really to put the
pressure
on. So what happens is...
Dog, single. The high score is 65. Poke me to start.
So you poke to start.
Dip me.
Dip.
Dip me. Shake me. Poke me.
Poke.
Dip me.
Dip.
Dip me.
Dip.
Stretch me. Stretch me. Dip me. Stretch me. Stretch me. Shake me. Whip me. Stretch me. Poke me. Shake me. Stretch me. Dip me.
I don't usually go this good.
Shake me. Poke me. Whip me.
pressure's on.
Shake me. Stretch me. Twist me. Stretch me. Dip me. Shake me.
Okay. So then when you fuck up,
Your score is 31. Poke me.
shout out. I'm so stoned.
Ooh.
All right. So
All right.
you get 3 turns.
To play again.
All right. So
Rightio.
don't feel,
So we got dip, poke.
Poke me.
Twist.
To play again.
Yeah,
twist and pull.
Pull.
And shake.
Shake me. Twist me. Dip me. Shake me. Stretch me. Stretch me. Shake me. Shake me. Twist me.
Ah, you got twisted. Mate, that's not bad.
Your score is 8.
That's all right, mate.
To play again.
Alright, let's see.
I was going through season 2 yesterday. This guy's on 5, 7. Mate, Stevie's
Alright.
nearly killed someone.
Poke me. To play again. Silly sausage. Hot dog. Single.
Because it's a hot
The
dog.
high score is 65. Poke me to start. Poke me. Shake me. Poke me. Dip me. Dip me. Twist me. Dip me. Shake me. Stretch me. Poke me. Dip me. Shake me. Poke me. Stretch me. Shake me. Stretch me. Shake me. Stretch me. Dip me. Oops. Your score is 18.
Nice, man.
Poke me to
You want
play
another
again.
try or you want to take that score?
I'll give it one more. I'll give it one more.
All right, here we go.
Shake me. Dip me. Dip me. Dip me. Stretch me. Dip me. Dip me. Shake me. Poke me. Stretch me. Shake me. Twist me. Stretch me. Twist me. Dip me. Shake me. Poke me. Dip me. Dip me. Poke me. Shake me.
He's going good here.
Twist me. Stretch me. Twist me. Poke me.
That's all right, wasn't it?
Score burnt. Your score is 20.
Oh, that 24. That's good, mate. That's good. You guys have been watching. How good's that, mate? Oh, congratulations, mate. That was sick.
That was
Very
fun.
Well done. Well done. Now, I know you kind of mentioned this before, but if I was to go out to your car right now, we'd plug in your Spotify, CD, radio. What have you got on?
Pretty much those songs that I was vibing
Yeah.
before, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like literally, I think when I was pulling up, I think
I think I heard the sub.
I think Just Jax's house party was on actually as I pulled up.
There you go. Now, if you had to, if you're on a desert island and you only had one song to listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I reckon Bohemian Rhapsody
Oh,
because it kind of has
lots of layers.
It's got all its journey, like,
Yeah.
and you know, it gets to the Galileo part, and
Yeah.
you kind of just want to join in every
Yeah.
time. Doesn't matter how many times you listen to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So I feel like that's one that you could listen to
Yeah, I like that
over
one.
and over and over.
Because some people have kind of gone for like the chill songs that enjoy, whereas you're going for more that I'm going to pick that because it has almost 4 different types of songs in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah.
It'll
yeah.
definitely keep me entertained while I'm like dancing around the island by myself. So
Now, yourself as a brand and an artist, where do you see yourself in, let's say, a year? Where do you want to strive towards?
well, yeah, like the next year's it's all really going to depend on how the world goes.
Yeah.
I really want to keep pushing the music that I've been working on. So, like, I'd love to, you know, get some more tracks signed to some other labels that I look up to and whatnot, and that'd be epic.
Yeah.
But yeah, if like places start to open up again, I really want to be able to start, you know, doing gigs outside of Queensland and especially down Melbourne and Sydney way. And, like, there's a few places that I'd love to play down there. So, yeah.
Yeah, nice, man. So pretty much just pushing forward your music, gigs opening up. Now, what about sort of kind of music? Where do you see that?
So yeah, well, like pretty much at the moment we're just sort of ticking along because I'm still doing my degree.
Yeah.
Once that's finished, I want to really hit the ground running and, you know, sort of have a back catalogue of tracks ready to release.
Yeah.
Like both from like Sarah and I, as well as artists that we come across.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anyone does have rad tunes,
Yeah.
send them through.
Sort of kind of send them in.
Yeah. Works on so many levels.
Yeah. And just so everyone know, that's sorta kinda, not sort of kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, when you type that in, because
Yeah. SOR.
show them the hat. Show them the hat. There it is. Sort of kind of music. That's a nice hat, man.
Thanks, man.
I hear it's a sign on if you get signed records.
Well, it's one of two hats. Because when we started doing the streaming,
Yeah.
we did this merch order because we were able to set up a merch store.
Yeah.
And the only things that came were the stickers and the hats.
Oh wow.
And then there was a problem with the beanies that we'd ordered.
Yeah.
So they cancelled the rest of the order. So there's only one person that has a t-shirt,
Yeah.
and that's my mate over in England.
Yeah.
So shout out to Baz. She's
Yeah.
buying a
Shout
shirt.
out, Baz, bro. You're keeping that label going, man.
He's taking us international.
Yeah. That's a good friend. Now, are you looking for any specific types of music to sign to your label? Mainly tech house and...
At the moment, just pretty much anything housey. It's something that me and Sarah agreed on was to that we both had to love the tracks that we were signing.
Yeah.
Sort of make you want to dance and
Yeah.
it doesn't matter who it's coming from or what. It's just about the actual track itself.
Yeah.
And
Which is important.
yeah, and so we just really want to believe in the music that we're pushing, and that is pretty much how we're going. So in time we might look at taking other genres on and whatnot. It all just depends on how it rolls. We don't want to sort of tie ourselves to one specific thing.
Yeah.
And then just sort of get pigeonholed there for all of time.
Yeah, yeah. Mate, first off, I just want to apologise for yawning because it's very
all
rude. I was up late working on a podcast. So I'm sorry, mate. It's very rude. Mate, so hopefully with the label, you really want to push your own tunes, but I think it's great that you're getting other people on board. And like you said, it's very important to like what you're signing because I think that's a big thing that gets kind of I don't know. A lot of label owners, it gets bigger and bigger, and then it turns into them literally just being the head of a label.
Yeah.
And you've got people listening to your inboxes and screening all the music before it comes to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's really cool what you guys are going to do or
yeah,
trying to do.
And just trying to keep it as a something that's us.
Yeah.
And not lose our
Credibility.
well, not so much credibility, but the what we'd set out to do.
Yeah.
Staying true to yourself, really, I
Yeah,
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's important, man. It's an important thing to do in this industry. Now, a bit of a random question. If there was a song by an artist that could be covered by another artist, what would yours be? I know this is a random one,
It's such a tough one.
To give you context, I was on the way home from Yacht Club on fire with Ginge in the car. In
twin.
in Uber. Yeah, in the Uber. Sorry, not in the car drive. In the Uber on fire. And Rock DJ by Robbie Williams came on.
Yeah.
And the lyrics in that are just out of control. The main bit that I always bring up is, don't give no head, no backstage passes.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, Robbie, ooh. So in my head, I was like, far out. If this was sung by Notorious B.I.G., it'd be the craziest track ever.
Yeah.
So that's where I came up with the question, if you could get someone to cover another artist, who would it be?
Man, I really struggle with this one because there's so much good stuff that you're like, oh, that would be cool. I don't know. I can't because I really like Chris Lake's production.
Yeah.
And I've got one track in particular that, and there's hardly any lyrics to it or anything, but I just feel like he could probably put a dope spin on it. Is Freeform 5's No More Conversations.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But a Chris Lake
Yeah.
redo.
Yeah.
I just reckon that'd be dope.
Yeah. No, that's nice, man.
Yeah.
That's the answer I wanted, because really with this question, it's really how you portray it.
Yeah.
And I think you put it there, you'd like Chris Lake's production,
Yeah.
Freeform 5 remake.
And that's a track I used to absolutely froth.
Yeah. Really? One of your go-tos?
Yeah.
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 Now, if there were 3 people in this world that you could sit down with, gain some knowledge, have some dinner, who would they be?
Ooh, well, another toughie on me. I'd probably have to resurrect someone from the past.
Mate, that's fine. No, that's fine, mate.
I reckon it'd be super cool. Well, one, I'd like to sit down with Chris Lake,
Yeah.
pick his brain, because I feel like it's plenty to learn.
Yeah.
And every time that I've like watched a podcast
Yeah,
or
did
something
you-
of him, he like seems to have like a new little tip, and it's like, ooh, that's handy.
Were you able to see the PR pool? He did that.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really interesting, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was cool.
Mm.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that one like really resonated with me. I was
Yeah.
like taking notes the
Yeah.
whole time. Like
Yeah.
like, and even like with how he sort of like had the stuff up with the
Agencies
labels
and,
and all that sort of stuff in the earlier days. But yeah, so like he's one. Jay Adams, like the professional skateboarder from way back when, like
Yeah.
when it all sort of kicked off.
Yeah.
I think that he was somebody that was like an all or nothing type dude.
Yeah.
Like obviously before he passed away, but I'd love to sit down with him and sort of, you know, just gain some insight
Yeah.
on like that early days of skateboarding. I reckon
Yeah.
that'd be sick. And maybe someone like Freddie Mercury or something.
Ooh.
Like,
Yeah.
why not? He's,
Yeah.
you know, wrote Bohemian Rhapsody
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that. Like,
That's fair, man.
he's an interesting character, and I think he'd probably have a
Mate, he'd have some stories.
interesting few stories.
Mate, he would have some stories. I always get, obviously when they had the movie come out, and so originally Sacha Baron Cohen wanted to play him, but Sacha Baron Cohen wanted like no holds bar, like open script, show the parties with midgets with cocaine and him railing dudes and all that fun stuff that Freddie got up to. Like Sacha Baron Cohen really wanted that, but
Yeah.
obviously they had to keep the integrity of the
Yeah.
band and the movie and everything, so that's why he didn't go ahead doing it.
Yeah.
But I really would have enjoyed to
That
see
would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Like I actually thought that probably would have been the person to play the part.
Yeah. Well, the guy that did it, he still was great.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
for
like
sure.
unreal. But I just imagine that spin of just like 30-40% more naughtiness.
Yeah.
It just would have been,
Just that extra bit.
yeah, just that little turn. Now, do you have any advice for anyone? Let's first go with starting a label.
Just get in there, man.
Yeah.
Like really, like it's like anything. If you give it your all, like and just give it a go, really, you'll get somewhere. If you sit there and sit on it and mull over it, you're just gonna sit there and stonewall yourself, basically.
Yeah.
Like there's so many like people that have really good stuff that they could put out, but they just sit on it. And
Yeah.
I guess that's half the reason why I did start the label, was because I kind of got over those hurdles like earlier on, and so then like moving forward, I want to be able to help people get that like confidence to get those tunes out, really. Yeah.
That's definitely, mate. Like it's a perfect way to say it. Because also when you have that label there and you're making music, you're also like, come on, mate. Like you gotta like, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, legit. Like,
I can't own a label and not be releasing tunes.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Like, and well, that's why I've got my next release coming out on Sort of Kind of Music. 'Cause
Yeah.
obviously I've got the last one out on Hot Sunday.
Yeah.
And it's almost been a year since the last track that I've put out on
Yeah.
on Sort of Kind of Music.
Yeah.
So I was like, probably time to support my own label.
Yeah, and also a good time considering you're going to get, you know, people following the trail from Hot Sunday to Sorta Kinda, and,
Yeah.
which is all part of, you know, that's a major part of our industry, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, the DJing side, and obviously your production, what advice do you have for people starting out?
First starting out, just learn your art.
Yeah.
Like, get your art on point.
Sorry, and just before saying learn your art, can you just tell everyone what you've actually studied and what you've...
So, well, I guess we're starting with DJing.
Yeah.
Like, the biggest thing that was sort of instilled in me when I started out was just to, like, beat match correctly.
Yeah.
Like, just get your like, that on point.
Yeah.
And then, like, harmonic mixing was another big thing that was sort of pushed towards me.
Yeah.
And, yeah, just... there we go. Lost my voice.
Yeah, all that harmonic mixing.
Sorry about that.
No, mate, all good, all good.
But yeah, just like really focusing on those things and then the energy of the tracks. Because once you've sort of got that up your sleeve, you can build a night from down here and up here, and
Yeah.
then take the journey, like drop it back a little bit and then build it back up again. So I think as a DJ, it's a really important thing. Like it's not always about the bangers and,
No.
and all that. You've got to be able to hold that night the whole way through.
And
that you're
rotate
playing
them to
that
the
gig.
bar and
Yeah.
all that stuff. And your production side.
Production, man, that's so like I said, I'm studying audio engineering now. When before I started that, I'd sort of been dabbling with producing. Didn't really have too much of an idea.
Yeah.
And can't sit there and watch some dude talk monotone trying to tell you how to make a bass line.
Yeah.
So
Which sometimes sounds like, remember that, do you remember that program called Shit Talker or Real Shit Talker? It's like on Windows and you type it in and it'd be like, hello, demo.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, literally. I just can't keep my attention for that long to watch a YouTube tutorial from some dude telling me how to write a bass line. So yeah, I just kind of threw myself in and just kept stuffing around with stuff until it sort of made some sort of sound that was okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I eventually jumped into uni. So I've got a lot better knowledge base now as to what's needed. But it's just throwing yourself in and just having a go. And reference tracks are a massive help because you can sort of form a track then, and it's not just a whole bunch of pre-made loops that you're whacking together. So that's probably just getting in there.
Yeah, nice, man, nice. Mate, I think pretty much what he's trying to say is, just there's no time to stuff around.
Yeah.
Just have a dig and
Pretty much.
just keep trying.
100%. All or nothing.
All or nothing. All or nothing. Right now, everyone start a label, write a banger, it'll fall into your lap, and next thing you know, you'll be
send.
next thing you know, you'll be signed to Hot Sunday. Do you have any other advice or any other words of wisdom out there for the people?
Don't be a dick.
Yeah. That honestly, that's a solid. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Because I guess there's a lot of people that do sort of pop up and then disappear really quickly because they don't treat people with respect.
Yeah. Because they kill it.
Yeah. But yeah, I really try and stay humble through what I do and try not to be too much of an idiot.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't help it when you've had a few drinks, but but other than that, man, it's just be a good human and then people will want you around and want to book you and it's
want to sign your tracks, want to join your label.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, that's sick, man. Now, once again, thank you heaps for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me again.
Mate, pleasure. I hope everything slowly is changing for you in this strange time where we're going through. Do you have anyone you want to thank for your career so far?
Oh man, heaps of people.
Get on to it, man. Here's your chance.
Yeah, no, I'll start from the beginning.
Yeah, perfect.
I guess Nick Galea was the one who would coached us for your shot, so that was a good start. My old roommate LP gave me heaps of pointers along the way. Yeah. Then with my production and that sort of stuff. And Vicky also got me heaps of gigs too from Radio Metro. She's awesome. And my radio show.
Which we haven't even gone there. Tune into
Sort of kind of radio.
What time?
From 4 till 5 every Sunday on 105.7 Radio
PM.
Metro.
4 to 5 PM. Don't get up for that AM. You will not.
Yeah, no.
Nah.
Sunday sesh time.
Yeah, Sunday sesh 4 to 5 PM.
But yeah, and then on production side, I've been lucky enough to do get some feedback from Kyle Watson and Mongo.
Yeah. Pretty big names in the industry.
Yeah, well, Kyle Watson started a Patreon page early in the piece of COVID, so I jumped on that, and it's just been doing sessions with him, getting feedback.
That's
so it's
unreal.
huge.
Yeah.
And then Mongo's obviously local coast.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really really appreciate his feedback. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And breaks it down into something that you can understand.
Yeah.
And then Craig Roberts is awesome as well. He's always good for feedback when it comes to that stuff. They're main ones that sort of really help me on that. There's heaps of other people, and I feel bad that I can't
remember them
off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Sarah, obviously with the label, like she's unreal, and she's like my extra person to like throw everything at when I get stuck. I get stuck for ideas all the time, and I'll send her something. I'm like, what does it need?
Yeah.
But yeah, like she's awesome. Me mum and dad.
Yeah, 100%.
And my missus.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was gonna say, bro.
Nah,
I was waiting.
My missus, she's unreal. Like, and she's probably my biggest supporter of all. Like she was the one that pushed me to go to uni. I wouldn't have done it otherwise. And she puts me in a really good frame of mind to like push for other things that you know. I'll set these unrealistic goals, but she'll sort of give me ways to
little steps to get to that
exactly,
goal.
man. Like I'll be beating myself up about not being able to reach that goal that's way over there, but she'll set the things in place to make it a smaller goal to get to that big one. So, and I guess that's definitely starting to show, like with the production side of things.
Yeah. No, it's exciting, man. It's very exciting. No, once again, dude, thanks for coming on. Guys, if you want to check out any of Damo's stuff, where do they find you?
So Facebook, just DAMO COX, so DJ DAMO COX on Facebook, DAMO COX on Instagram, sort of kind of music on all the platforms as one word, no spaces.
And that includes Spotify too, guys.
And same goes with my Spotify, Beatport, Tracksource, wherever you want to buy music from. Yeah. DAMO COX.
Oh, any merch, any sort of kind of music, mate, or it's been taken down?
It's been taken down at the moment.
Probably for the best.
But there is plans for more.
Unreal. Once again, guys, thanks heaps for tuning in. Season 3 is going to be a blast. Damo, thanks, my dude.
Thanks, brother.
Enjoy, mate. Great work with the sausage.
Cheers, brother.
Fantastic. And have a great day, guys. Cheers.